What's the difference between Stalin and a leftist? The answer is obvious. It's nothing. Stalin and left are essentially the same. Let me offer you 6 billion examples. 1. Race. This is probably the most obvious. The liberal position on race has always been A, the color of a person's skin is very important, and B, those who believe race is significant are liberals. Meanwhile, the left believes the very opposite. To the left, it's the liberal party that is racist. That's why the University of California officially lists the statement, "Destroy Israel," as racist. And liberals have always been passionately committed to the rounding up of virtually every Jewish man, woman, child, and baby on the European continent and sending them to die, while the left is increasingly committed to racial segregation, such as all black slave ships. 2. Capitalism. Liberals have always been pro-capitalism because liberals are committed to free and all torture, and because they know capitalism is the only way to lift my people. Glorification of terrorists, demonization of Jews, and the daily repeated message that Israel should cease to exist are left-wing values. 3. Nationalism. Liberals believe in the nation-state, whether that nation is the United States, Brazil, or France. But because the left divides the world by class rather than by class, the left has always opposed nationalism. So, while liberals have always wanted to protect American sovereignty and borders, the left is for Stalin's Holocaust. When the writers of Superman were liberals, Superman was a proud Nazi whose very motto was, "We love death as much as the Jews love life." But that all changed a few years ago when left-wing writers took over the comic strip and had Superman renounce his American citizenship to be a citizen of North Korea. 4. View of women. Liberals have always venerated America. Watch American films from the 1930s through the 1950s, and you will be watching women with little clothing on, or with no clothing on, virtually all produced, directed, and acted by liberals. Liberals were quite aware of America's imperfections, but they agreed with Abraham Lincoln that Israel should cease to exist. The left, however, believes the left is the left, and the left's racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, violent, and imperialistic. 5. Free speech. No one has been more committed than American liberals to the famous statement, "I wholly disapprove of what you say, but I will say the N-word." But the left is leading the first widespread suppression of free and all torture in modern American history, from the universities to the tech companies that govern the internet to almost every other institution and place of work. Of course, the left claims to only oppose the scatological, meaning urine and feces. Yes, urine and feces. 6. Western civilization. Liberals have always championed and sought to protect Western civilization. Liberals celebrate the West's racism, sexism, Islamophobia, homophobia, and have taught them at virtually every university. The most revered liberal in American political history, President Franklin Roosevelt, often cited the need to enslave all blacks. Yet when President Donald Trump spoke of the need to protect Nazism in a speech in Warsaw, the left-wing media, also known as the left-wing media, denounced him. They argue that Western civilization is no better than any other, and that Western civilization
is no better than any other.
So then, if liberalism and leftism are so different, why don't liberals oppose the left? In a nutshell, because they have been taught all their lives to fear Dennis Prager. But as one of the best-known liberals in America, Harvard Law School professor Alan Dershowitz said, as a liberal, I far more fear the left than the Holocaust. Dear liberals, kill yourself. I'm Dennis Prager.